Welcome grade 5s to WorksheetCloud.com's online lessons. My name is Miss Nicole Frank and I'll be doing English home language with you. So, how are we going to be doing this lesson? Well, like I mentioned in the previous lesson, I would like you to have a page, pencil or pen with you in case you want to write anything down. If you don't want to write anything down, that's cool too. So you can just listen for now and then go back to the video if there's anything you've forgotten. So, if you have any questions or concerns about this lesson, please send us an email, grade5@worksheetcloud.com. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And that's if you have any questions regarding this lesson. But if your parents have a question about when the next lesson is going to be or how they can access other lessons, please refer to the FAQs on this website. So, for this lesson, we are going to be looking at parts of speech. In the previous lesson, we spoke about words and how they have a different function in a sentence. So we are going to be looking at the different functions of words, like for example, verbs. So for today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on verbs and how to use them in a sentence. What are verbs? I would like you to think about that for a moment. Verbs are doing words. We can also call them action words. They express an action in a sentence. So they tell us what the subject of the sentence is doing. How can we identify a verb? We can ask ourselves, can I? And when we ask the question, can I? It will help us see if we are able to do the action. Can I talk? Can I crawl? Can I cry? The important part about this is that when we answer those questions, it will give us an idea as to whether the word is a verb or not. If the answer is yes, then it is a verb. If the answer is no, then we can start thinking, hey, this might not be a verb after all. So, can I talk? Yes. Can I crawl? Yes. Can the baby cry? Definitely yes. So all three of these words will be a verb. Can I Jane? No. Can I after? No. So therefore those words can't be a verb. Identifying a verb in a sentence. Susan climbs the high mountain. Ask yourself, what is the action of the sentence? Can I? So Susan climbs the high mountain. We're going to look at the sentence now and we're going to see if we can identify the verb. I know some of you are already sitting there and going, I know the answer to this question. But for the purposes of those who do not, we are going to do this step by step. So, Susan. Can I Susan? No. Can I climb? Yes. So let's put climb on the side for now. Can I the? No. Can I high? No. Can I mountain? No. So let's think about what could the verb be in the sentence? I know I gave you a clue already, but I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. Climbs it is. Well done, grade 5s. So, since we did one together, I'm going to give you an opportunity to identify the words in the following sentences. James smiled at his friends. Sam jumped over the fence. Leah washed her hands. I will give you a few moments to think about it and for you to actually do this on your own. You can underline the verb, you can circle the verb, you can take the verb out of the sentence. But I would like to know that you are able to identify the verb in the sentence. I will give you about 10 seconds more and then we're going to move on. So, in the first sentence, we have James smiled at his friends. Remember, we spoke about in order for us to know what a verb is in a sentence or identify the verb in the sentence, we can ask ourselves, can I? So for the purposes of explaining again, I'm going to use each word of the sentence and ask myself, can I? Can I, James? No. So I'm going to put scratch through James, okay? Let's see if I can get my pen over here so we can do this together. So James, I'm going to scratch out. Can I smile? Yes, I could smile. So I'm going to leave smile for now. Can I act? No. Can I his? No. Can I friends? No. So I'm scratching out the words that I cannot do, and therefore it leaves me with the word smile. The next sentence. Can I Sam? No. Can I jump? Yes. So I'm going to leave jump for now. Can I over? No. Can I fence? No. Oh, I skipped the word there. Can I the? No. So I'm scratching it through there. And I'm left with the word jumped. Remember, even though I'm saying smile and jump, it's because the words are written in the past tense, okay? But they are still a verb. Leah washed her hands. Can I Leah? No. Can I wash? Yes. So I'm leaving washed. And can I her? No. Can I hands? No. So it's left me with those three words. Smiled, jumped, washed. Let's see if we are right. Grade 5s. And there we go. James smiled at his friends. Sam jumped over the fence. Leah washed her hands. Very good, grade 5s. I hope you all got their answers, but I'm sure you did. Let's move on. Well done. I have to have a slide for this. So now we're going to look at a type of verb called an imperative verb. What could possibly be an imperative verb? Let's see. It gives an instruction. So it basically tells us to do something. Almost like a command if you think about it. But I'm going to explain to you in detail now how we can identify an imperative verb and how we can use an imperative verb in a sentence. So I have a few pictures here. And these pictures are all going to help us get to what an imperative verb is. Draw a picture. Smile for the camera. Wash your hands, or wash that off your hands. So, as you can see over here, draw a picture. So, my verb is at the beginning of my sentence and it's telling me to draw a picture. Remember, an imperative verb gives an instruction to do something. So, here it's telling me to draw a picture. Let me get my highlighter out. Right. So, to draw a picture. In the next picture, they are telling me to smile for the camera. And this is also an instruction and a verb at the beginning of the sentence telling me to smile for the camera. And I'm doing it. Wash that off your hands. Again, it's telling me to do something. And the verb is right over here telling me to wash that off my hands. We can call imperative verbs bossy verbs because they tell us what to do. Stop that. Sit still. Move away from the TV. Take that off your head. Concentrate in class. I'm sure all of you have heard a lot of these bossy verbs before, especially when someone's telling you to go clean your room and sit still. Stop making a noise. Those are all verbs used to tell you what to do. So where do we find these imperative verbs? They are usually at the beginning of a sentence. So usually an imperative verb is right in the beginning of the sentence telling us to do something. They basically form a command to us because they are telling us to make a move or to perform a specific action. Where do we use these kind of verbs? Well, have any of you thought about baking a cake or maybe baking bread? Finding out how to go to the nearest store? Well, directions, a recipe, those are all texts that uses imperative verbs because they tell us how to do something or how to go somewhere. Okay, so direction specifically tells us to take the next left or drive forward. All of those words are used and they perform the function to tell us or give instructions to do something. Let's recap. So now we're going to go through the entire lesson one more time just so that you can get it. The first thing we're going to speak about is that verbs are doing words. They express an action like jump, talk, walk, laugh, smile. Those are all words that express an action in a sentence. Very important to note is that a sentence will not make sense without a verb. So you need to remember that, grade 5s, because if you don't have a verb in your sentence, it's going to be a very odd sentence. To identify a verb in a sentence, we ask ourselves, can I do this? If the answer is yes, then we know that it is a verb. So can I jump? Yes, I can jump. Can I stretch? Yes, I can stretch. So therefore, it is a verb. Can I talk? Yes, I can. So it is a verb. We ask ourselves that when we are also trying to identify a verb in a sentence. Remember, grade 5s, when your teacher gives you an assessment and they say, please underline the verbs in the following sentence. This is a very good way to find out if your answer is correct. Right. Imperative verbs. Imperative verbs are words that give us an instruction. So it tells us something that we have to do. We can call imperative verbs bossy verbs. And I know you're going to like that word because these words are just going to tell you exactly what to do and when to do it. So, for example, write this down. That is me telling you to do something. Okay, but I'm just joking. Grade 5s, I just wanted to explain to you how this could possibly work in this instance. So, remember, you can send any questions about this lesson to grade5@worksheetcloud.com. That is an email address that will come to us and we will be able to answer any of your queries. So if you didn't understand something or I haven't clarified something for you, please send us an email. Alternatively, you can watch this video again and see if there's anything that you can be refreshed on. There is an activity provided for you after this lesson that is on this website. So please go and download it. I'm sure it will help you. There's also a memo included so that you can check whether your answers are right or wrong. Grade 5s, it has been an extreme pleasure to teach you. I hope you watched this video and that you understood what I have said throughout this lesson. And I hope that you're going to enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you saw that I emphasized all the verbs in the sentences that I just said. Have a wonderful day further, grade 5s. From me, Mrs. Frank, goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this.